Hello and welcome to another episode of Eat, Smoke, Drink. Today I'm reviewing a special bottle, Cask 5462, Benriach, 39-year-old 1976 port cask. Single barrel, 53.8%. It is absolutely an old whiskey. I have never had it before. I was given a sample. Thank you, Greg. Actually, he was drunk when he gave me the sample. He doesn't even remember, but here you go as a reminder. And yes, 39 years old port cask. So let's see how it tastes today. As usual, I am going to put a couple of drops in the other sample. And I am using my crystal glasses today because if it's a certain age, I thought I should give it the right vessel. You know what I mean? Right vessel. No, just because I brought these along. Okay. Alright. Sickly sweet brown sugar caramel. Straight away hits you in the face. Now I don't think this has been exclusively in port casks. I'd say bourbon and port, because I'm getting a bourbon influence in there. But man, sickly sweet hits you in the nose. Condensed jams, strawberry jam, blackberry jam, straight away, just in the nose. Now I'm getting a slight funkiness to it as well. Now that funkiness, I've explained in other videos before, but I will explain again just because it's always quite fascinating. That funkiness comes from the fact that the wood, it's been in the same wood for literally 2, 3, 4 decades, and that wood is starting to kind of semi-break down in the alcohol, but it's not breaking down because alcohol preserves it, but it's kind of like this, almost like a pickling decomposition type of process, and it's a very unique smell because you only get it in super old whiskies, I've noticed. Now if anyone knows exactly what that process is, please let me know. I'm all about the taste, the technical things I love, but I'm not versed enough to know exactly about the scientific process of that, so I'd be glad to know. But I'm getting a slight funk to it. It's like sulfur, but the alcohol and the tannins and the barrel itself is well involved and well integrated. I'm getting a bit of cinnamon spice, nutmeg, but a mild cinnamon spice, more like a cinnamon quill than actual cinnamon powder. I'm getting an earthy, soily, leaf litter smell to it. Quite a wet leaf litter. And a hint of overripe banana. Roasted pineapple. I'll take that back. It's caramelized banana. You know when you have French toast and you put brown sugar in your banana with butter and you saute it? It's quite buttery. It reminds me of that. Just right now it hit me. Buttery, sauteed caramel banana. Let's smell the one with water. That banana comes through a lot more. Slight herbal note comes through. Soft licorice, a little bit of salinity. But it's quite a clean smelling spirit as a general rule. Like there's something about it that just feels like it's quite mellow, but it's very complex. It's very complex, and the fact that it's 53.8%. You know, I don't know if that's a tight barrel. I don't think that's a very tight. I think no, that could be a tight barrel. 39 years at 53%, 0.8%. That's pretty tight, actually. I mean. There's not much difference with the water sample. I'm getting a little hint of smoke in there. Now I don't know where that's coming from because this is not supposed to be smoky, but it could be from the barrel, maybe the char. Some of that burnt caramel really just sucked out of that barrel. That smells. So I'm just smelling it now, just out of pleasure. Very nice. Yeah, there's not much new flavors popping out. Actually, with the water sample, they're both pretty similar. Let's get tasting. Woo-wee. There is a strange savouriness to that I can't put my finger on. I can definitely taste this slightly strange sourness to it. That's what I'm talking about, that wood, that pickled taste almost. Like, that's the only way I can do it, like a pickle. And I'm getting a strange aftertaste to it, like I know this sounds bizarre, but almost like a paraffin, plasticine aftertaste. Actually, mid to aftertaste. It's not. I'm not saying that it's a bad thing. It's actually very compelling. It's very delicious. I'm getting dried fruit. The taste is dried fruit. I'm getting dried apricot, raisins, dried muscat. I'm getting a very slight ginger spice in the end. Very minor heat. Extremely no firiness to it. Okay, but the flavor is pronounced. I'm definitely getting a little bit of coffee in there, and it sounds bizarre, coffee bean. A little bit of coffee, mocha, but more coffee, like a bitterness coffee. Earthy, soily. Definitely popping out. It's popping out saying, hello there. No, sorry, I don't want to say that. I'm not a fan of that guy. You know what I'm talking about. There is a distinct herbal note to it. I like it. It's very nice. It's an extremely compelling whiskey. It's just complexities through the roof. Mouthfeel is delicious. The finish could be longer. The finish is a little bit shorter than I was hoping, but that's probably because it is a it's not a peated whiskey. It's not meant to be an oily whiskey, so that's probably why. But man, it's a mouthful. It's chewy. It's absolutely delicious, absolutely gorgeous. But I'm getting a lot of dried fruit in there, some herbal notes, some soy. Let's try the one with water. Oh, wow. All right. Okay. Water? No. When you put water, the alcohol becomes more pronounced. Some flavors become more pronounced, like the bitterness, coffee, the caramel, the burnt caramel does become more pronounced, but it loses its cohesion. So with water, I don't suggest this with water. It's not bad. I just think that this is much better, but it depends on your taste. I reckon progress it, because a 39-year-old bottle deserves progression. Okay, deserves it. Why not? Give it a go, and then you can decide from there. But I think without water, the flavor is more cohesive. Without water, it's buttery. It's much more fatty. Without water, the flavor just punches you more in the face, and you don't really get to taste so much of that alcohol. But with water, you do get to taste more alcohol. Not to say it's bad. It's just that I prefer it this way. So you make the choice. With water, the earthiness comes through a little bit more, but once again, it's separated with the alcohol, so it's not as nice. But one thing I'm tasting with water is right in the back end, I'm getting like a creamy strawberry yogurt right in the back end. Very fruity, like a strange sweetness, almost an artificial sugar sweetness right in the back end with water. I didn't get that without water. Absolutely gorgeous. I mean, look, I'm not sure if you can still get these whiskies, because they are quite finite and rare, but just outlining to see if you can. Yes, it's definitely a buy. It will be quite costly, but hey, I think that as a special treat for a celebration, a special birthday, whatever, or when, you know, lockdown is lifted, you could probably buy something like that. Cigar pairings, it's quite a sweet whiskey, earthy. I'd match it with something with coffee and chocolate notes like a Liga Provida Maduro. So until next time, make sure you eat, smoke, drink, and savor your whiskies. Today I'm going to review a special bottle, and of course I'm excited as ever. Oh gee, this shit. Okay. Today I'm reviewing a special. I've got a fear of stinging creatures.